Why did you think he would betray me?
Mordred now realizes that Bazett is the person Ghana was talking to on the phone. She had been hiding in the woods, following Ghana's advice, and she was also responsible for the death of Ghana's parents.
He wants your servants. He has his own ambition.
And the girl over there? Is she a servant?
No, she's my girlfriend.
She's not. I can sense that she is a servant, but different.
You can speak louder, Scathach. There's no need to whisper with your master.
What the? How do you know my name?
Scathach readies herself to attack, and Mordred steps forward, positioning herself in front of Ghana to protect him from any potential threat. However, Ghana gently moves Mordred aside with his hand, leaving Mordred puzzled by his actions. Ghana approaches Bazett, and Scathach perceives it as an aggressive move.
Master, behind me.
Shut up, Scathach. I need to speak to your master.
It's fine, Lancer. I will talk to him.
Bazett walks forward to meet Ghana face to face, now within speaking distance.
I just want to know why, Fraga.
I didn't kill your parents.
You've been saying the same thing for years. Yeah, people don't kill other people, guns do. Drugs don't kill people, overdoses do. But I want to know why you betrayed them. Why did you betray my parents?
I am not. How many times do I have to tell you I did not betray them? Never, not in a million lives. They were my teachers, my family, like a parent to me. Why would I betray your parents?
Then why are they dead?
They sacrificed themselves. How many times do I need to tell you? They sacrificed themselves to stop the Einsburn family from corrupting the Holy Grail.
I don't care what they did. I want to know why you betrayed them. You were in the Fourth Holy Grail War to oversee the fairness of the battle. Why did it become my parents' responsibility? It should have been you who died, not my parents, you stupid bastard.
Scathach, sensing the rising tension in Ghana's words, decides to launch an attack on him. However, Mordred swiftly moves and parries Scathach's Guy Bolg alternative. Now, Scathach targets Mordred in combat.
Lancer, wait. No.
Scathach and Mordred engage in a fierce battle amidst the woods, their strikes cutting through several trees. Mordred instantly materializes her armor, while Scathach continues her relentless aerial assault. Mordred skillfully parries each attack, but Scathach's strikes grow faster and more powerful with each passing moment. As Scathach remains airborne and she launches another attack on Mordred, who is on the ground, but Mordred hurls her sword towards Scathach. Although Scathach manages to dodge the sword, Mordred swiftly closes the distance between them right after Scathach dodges the sword, striking Scathach's head with a powerful, mana burst punch. The impact sends Scathach crashing into the ground with great force, creating a sizable crater. Mordred landed gracefully on the ground, her sword materializing once again after being temporarily dematerialized. Behind the swirling cloud of dirt where Scathach had crashed, several radiant red spears shot toward Mordred with incredible speed. They were her Guy Bolg alternatives, and their relentless pursuit seemed to imbue them with a life of their own. Mordred deftly evaded and parried each spear, but they persisted, chasing her as if driven by an unseen force. Some of them managed to wound Mordred. Drawing upon her mana burst, Mordred directly closed the distance between herself and Scathach. With a commanding presence, she employed a fencing style that asserted her dominance over Scathach's territory. Every move Scathach made, Mordred was there, always in front of her, steadily advancing. Each time Scathach attempted an attack, Mordred's sword intercepted it, launching a counterattack. As Scathach retreated backward, Mordred seized the opportunity, lunging forward with a surprise attack empowered by a surge of mana burst. However, Scathach managed to guard herself with her Guy Bolg alternative, preventing Mordred's sword from penetrating further. The force of Mordred's attack sent Scathach hurtling backward, toppling several trees in her wake. Mordred smirked confidently and rested her sword on her shoulder. Emerging from the fallen trees, Scathach was visibly enraged, charging at Mordred at close range. Yet, every single attack she launched was skillfully parried and blocked by Mordred's death movements. Scathach spins her Guy Bold alternative from side to side to create more momentum and swipes Mordred's leg with her spear. Mordred was thrown from her position and Scathach kicks her away so hard that creates a huge gap distance between them. Scathach ensnared Mordred using her magic, resulting in Mordred cannot move.
You cannot run now, Saber.
Scathach pulls her Guy Bold alternatives as if she is about to unleash her noble phantasm.
No need. Boil over. Wrath of the Star.
Mordred is also about to unleash her noble phantasm.
Guy. Clarent.
Just as Scathach and Mordred were about to unleash their noble phantasm, her master, Bazett, yelled from afar, commanding them to stop the fight.
Stop this at once, Lancer. Saber.
Lowering her spears, Scathach obeyed the order, as did Mordred. Mordred glanced at her silent boyfriend, concern etching her features. She wondered what kind of conversation had taken place while she had been engaged in combat with Scathach.
Why, Master? They are not our enemy. We may have exchanged heated words, but they are not our enemies. Ghana will never be my enemy.
Ghana looked away in shame and then he approached Bazett, his expression calm yet resolute.
A girl came into my life, loved me, and taught me what forgiveness is. It is not the passage of time alone that can heal the wounds within my heart, but deep introspection. I forgive you, Fraga, and I am sorry for my short temper, but if you claim that I am like your own family, then I need to understand why.
Bazett hesitated, aware that she was about to break a promise made to Ghana's parents. She spoke with a mixture of regret and determination.
I will break my promise in telling you this. Your parents were also involved in corrupting the Holy Grail during the Fourth Holy Grail War. They told me to run when they knew it is inevitable. They saved my life.
What? That's nonsense. Our aim was to end the Holy Grail War, not worsen it. They will never do that.
In their quest to unravel the secrets of the Holy Grail and the Throne of Heroes, they feigned cooperation with the Einsburn family. However, their original intention of creating a vessel for the Grail's power transformed into a corruption of the Grail itself. They knew, but they have no choice. Despite all of that, your parents, Ghana, they were heroes. They sacrificed themselves to prevent further corruption. They entrusted me with the truth, instructing me not to reveal it to you.
Why? Why would they do that?
They wanted to ensure you would never hold ill will towards them. It was never their intention to aid the Einsburn family. They were afraid you start blaming them for hundreds of people dying because of what they did. Yet, the last knowledge you gained about the Holy Grail came from them, not from me. I was merely meant to pass the book to you.
But we are just scholars, the last lineage of scholars from the past. They held no power of mana or sorcery like you and those mages to defend themselves. To learn more about the Holy Grail, my parents sacrificed their life.
Not only that, but they saved my life. I joined this Fifth Holy Grail War to make amends for my mistakes. Despite our differences, I want to bring back your parents, Ghana. I want you to be able to forgive me.
Fraga, I've already forgiven you. Regardless of your intentions in this Holy Grail War.
Thank you, Ghana. I truly appreciate it. I am sorry for all these years I was never there for you. By the way, why did you decide to join this Holy Grail War? You never mentioned becoming a master. He is not a master, and I am not his servant. Huh?
Bazett quickly glances at Ghana's hand and notices the absence of a command seal. Shock washes over Bazett's face.
Ghana, what have you done? How did you?
I summoned Saber using the scroll.
Bazett's worry deepens, her eyes went wide, and she tightly grabs Ghana's shoulder, shaking him as if he's lost himself.
You realize that scroll is dangerous, don't you? Why did you use it? What kind of scroll was it? Tell me. Lady, what do you mean by dangerous? He used a scroll called the Perfect Bypass. Ghana? Lady, explain to me what you mean by dangerous. The scroll's activation doesn't feed on mana, no mage can activate it. It utilizes aura instead. Aura? Aura cannot regenerate like mana does. Once it's depleted, it's gone forever along with yourself. Only normal humans can utilize aura. When one becomes a mage status, aura transforms into mana. But using that scroll is no joke. It requires an enormous amount of aura. If you wasted it, no resurrection rune can bring you back. But up until now, no human is able to activate a single of that scroll. Honey, is everything she said true? Honey, tell me the truth, now.
Great, now everyone is yelling at me. Since when did all of you join forces to yell at me? Yes, it's true.
Worry fills Mordred's face, showing her deep concern for Ghana's well-being.
Why were you so careless? What's wrong with you?
I calculated it. Even if I used all the scrolls, I would still barely survive. I was born with a tremendous aura, so please stop pretending to care about me.
What are you talking about? Barely survive? I do care about you. Your parents cared for me as if I were their own child. Why wouldn't I care about you as if you were my own brother?
I told you, I've calculated everything.
How?
I've used them all in the future, okay? Now, stop questioning me.
Bazett stumbles backward, her knees feeling weak. She is supported by her servant, Scathach, as if she might collapse to the ground upon hearing Ghana's words.
You used the Holy Grail? You turned back time using the power of the Holy Grail? Lady, I believe that part is my fault. What do you mean, Saber? In our last battle against the Holy Grail, I transformed into the Goddess of Rebellion and attacked Ghana. As a result, Ghana used the power of the Holy Grail to reverse time and correct what he had missed. That was what he told me about his original singularity. Did you kill other masters to obtain it?
No, only a servant.
What about me?
He cut your hand and claimed your servant. You died after 3 days of Holy Grail wars. As I mentioned before, he has his own ambitions.
Lady, is it true that when a wish is made with the Holy Grail, it creates a new singularity rather than granting the wish instantly? And the original singularity where the wish was not granted continues to exist. Is that true? Huh? I didn't know about that. I never learned such a thing.
So you never opened the book that my parents gave you before passing it on to me?
No, your parents gave it to you. They only said that the book contained their last knowledge about the Holy Grail and it was meant for you to learn. There was no reason for me to read it. I simply intended to pass it on to you.
It is mentioned in the book. Every wish you make creates a new singularity, coexisting with the previous one.
I had no knowledge of that. What happens when there are multiple singularities?
Many versions of you exist simultaneously. Death because of Holy Grail war over all corresponding singularity is inevitable. Maybe, just maybe, wars between the singularities might happen. Who knows, but the possibility exists. Are we living or being tortured in hell? All because of that damn Holy Grail. Innocent humans become the victims.
But still, I won't allow this crusade of yours. I won't let you sacrifice yourself by using all those scrolls you possess.
Why do you care?
I failed to save my teacher, your parents. At the very least, I don't want to fail to save you.
If you truly care about me, help me finish this. We should destroy this Holy Grail.
Bazett looks at Mordred, questioning her motives for being with Ghana and assisting him.
And what about you, Saber? Why did you help him? Because he's my boyfriend? Despite knowing that he intended to use all those scrolls and there's a possibility he could die?
Mordred sighs and looks at her boyfriend, a concerned expression on her face. She knows Ghana won't stop to fix his past.
It pains me, but yes. What? And you claim to be his girlfriend? Because I am his girlfriend, I put all my trust in him. If he says he'll be okay, then I trust him. I am worried, but I know this is something he has to do. And I will support his decision even when I know the truth, despite I really want him to stay safe and away from any of this war.
Bazett is stunned by Mordred's words, but ultimately she tries to put her trust in Ghana.
Lancer, we won't participate in this Holy Grail war. We will assist him in his fight against the Holy Grail itself. Are you okay with that? I am your servant. If that is your wish, then I will follow you to the end. I will support you in this war, Ghana. Promise me you'll be okay. You're like a brother to me, so don't hide anything from me.
I will. Thank you, Fraga.
Now, what should we do next?
Can you try to persuade old man Zokin? You do know he used crest worm to their adopted daughter, right? It is already a violation.
I know and I can try, but I can't make any promises. What will you do in the meantime?
I am going to visit Ilya.
Iliasfiel von Einsburn? Don't tell me. No. I trust you. Be careful, Ghana.
Oh, if you saw Shinji on the way, please say hello to his jaw with all of your strength. That is for violating her own stepsister.
Bazett is shocked to hear the revelation but smiles and nods to Ghana, and with that, they bid farewell. Ghana and Mordred return to the car and drive back to Fuyuki City. Mordred wears a concerned expression, stealing glances at her seemingly impassive boyfriend.
Honey, are you satisfied with the outcome of your meeting with her?
To some extent, yes. I'm relieved that Fraga finally clarified why she left my parents. It wasn't her abandoning them, it was my parents protecting her. If they considered her important, then I'll do the same.
Mordred leans closer and gently pats Ghana's head.
Don't push yourself too hard in this war. Remember, you have to marry me when it's all over.
I know. I won't forget.